Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Way of Wade 808 4 Ultra. Before we get started, if y'all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button down below, and please hit that bell notification so you never miss another video just like this one. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Wade 808 4 Ultra features pretty much like a herringbone traction pattern for the most part. I would say it's like an elongated herringbone traction pattern. You don't really see like too many herringbone patterns in here, but over a like wide area, you can kind of see how it forms that herringbone. And yeah, I mean, pretty much you get that through the entire shoe. You do have like a little bit of like this waffle pattern, I guess, down here in the heel. But overall, the traction on here is very, very good. I will say traction at first is pretty damn bad. You will have to break in this traction, but once you do get through that break-in period, which I wouldn't say is too long, maybe like a couple days worth of playing, the traction gets very, very good. If you are playing on your clean courts, you're gonna have absolutely no issues whatsoever. You're gonna be able to stop on a dime. It is a very, very hard bite, and I mean, clean court performance is very, very good. When it comes to dustier courts, honestly, didn't really have that many problems on dustier courts either. Maybe like the light wipe here and there. Sometimes just depending on like how dusty your court is or whatever, you know, the condition of that court is, you might just have to do like that light quick wipe to clear off any dust, and you're gonna be good. Like the traction on here is very, very good. Just keep in mind though, please break the traction in, because when I first played in these, I was like, wow, you know, I heard that the traction was really good, but it was really bad. But as I continued to play in it, I guess like, you know, the film or coating on the rubber like came off and the traction got very, very good. So just make sure you break it in. So moving on to the cushion, the Wade 808 4 Ultra features a full length boom drop-in midsole, and it is very, very nice. Boom is honestly amazing. Like I have not had any like bad, I guess like encounters with boom yet. It's very, very comfortable. It's very bouncy. You do get a little bit of softness out of it too, which makes it very, very comfortable. And I think the implementation in here is pretty damn good. I would say that you don't really lose out on too much court feel and responsiveness in the forefoot in this shoe. I still felt very, very quick. Yeah, I mean, it's just honestly a really good blend of everything that I would want in a cushion setup. The only thing that I don't like about the boom drop-in midsole is the fact that it does have like a texture to it. And the only reason I don't like that is when I do slide my foot into the shoe, it tends to grab my sock, and then my sock bundles up a little bit, and it gets a little bit uncomfortable to the point where I have to like fix it before I play in the shoe, just because it's like, I don't know, kind of cramping my foot because the sock is pulling on my toes or something like that, right? So that's just one thing I don't like about the boom midsole, but strictly from like a cushioning standpoint, it is great. Like it offers a little bit of everything, and that's honestly perfect for me. Yeah, I mean, the boom is just very comfortable, a lot of impact protection. You still get some bounce out of it too, while maintaining some court feel and responsiveness. So yeah, the boom midsole in here is very, very nice. So moving on to the materials, the Wade 808 4 Ultra features a couple of different materials. I think primarily for the base, you're gonna get this like textile upper. I'm not sure if this is like an EM of sort, but I mean, the materials feel very strong. They conform to your foot, and yeah, I mean, they feel pretty damn nice. On top of that, you do have like these layers of, I'm assuming, synthetic leather, which just kind of gives like, you know, a different look to the shoe, gives it a little bit more durability, a little bit more structure. On the lateral side, you just have that continuation of this like textile material into the back of the shoe, where you have like more synthetic leather. And then on the medial side, you actually have this whole panel of synthetic leather over here as well. So yeah, I mean, overall, from a material standpoint, you know, the materials are pretty damn good. Moving to the tongue, you do just have like this regular foam back mesh tongue, I'm gonna say. And it's pretty thin, but even though it's thin, you know, if you do like to crank down the laces, I didn't have any like irritation or anything like that. I felt perfectly fine. So yeah, I mean, overall, the material usage on the shoe is pretty damn good. And when it comes to performance, it gets the job done very, very well. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the Wade 808-4 Ultra does run true to size for the most part. I'm a slightly wide footer, I went true to size, and I felt okay. Maybe just a little bit of pressure up in this forefoot area, but nothing that didn't go away. If you have really wide feet, you might want to go up a half size because you might run into some issues. But me personally, as a slightly wide footer, I was fine going true to size. I think normal footers and narrow footers are also fine going true to size. So yeah, I mean, besides that, the fit was good. I felt very snug in the shoe. You do have like this somewhat like asymmetrical tongue, I guess. You know, the materials do lie very nicely over the foot. I felt just very, very secure in here. And also you do have this strap to like kind of further enhance the fit, which I personally am not a big fan of straps anyways, but it is here if you do want that. I wouldn't say it really adds too much, but it does add a little bit of security. So overall, the fit, you know, I think true to size is your best bet. And yeah, I think the fit in the Wade 808-4 Ultra is pretty good. So moving on to the support, I personally had no issues with the support in the shoe. You do have an internal heel counter. I didn't have any issues of like heel instability or heel lockdown in the shoe. My heel felt very, very contained. As far as side-to-side movement on the footbed goes, you're gonna be covered there as well. The materials do a great job of making sure your foot is not sliding around on that footbed, along with like the lacing system and obviously, you know, the strap. It does make sure that your foot's not going anywhere. When it comes to lateral movements, those hard lateral movements, you're also gonna be covered there as well. You do have a fairly wide base, and this does protrude out to form an outrigger. And what's actually cool is the rubber on the back half of the shoe in the heel area. You know, this thing does protrude out too. So you actually have a small little outrigger in the heel. So yeah, you're gonna be covered on those hard lateral movements. And then when it comes to that torsional rigidity and stability, you're gonna be covered there as well. You do have a carbon fiber and TPU plate that pretty much runs throughout the entirety of the shoe. And look at that carbon fiber, like that just looks super dope, like gold carbon fiber. But yeah, I mean, you know, you're gonna be covered there as well. It's fairly stiff and rigid. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to support in the 808-4 Ultra, I had no issues. Like, support in this thing is phenomenal. So the Wade 808-4 Ultra retails for $159, so $160. And for that price point, I do think this is an absolute banger of a shoe. If you can get this even cheaper, like definitely go get a pair. Like, these are amazing. Honestly, the biggest issue for me is obviously you got to break in the traction. And then the other thing is the heel clunk in the shoe. Although the cushion is very, very nice, I will say when you are taking your strides or maybe doing some like hard heel landings, you will feel like the initial shock of the clunk of the shoe, just because this is encased, that boom midsole is encased in this like hard plastic. But once you get through that initial shock, it is very, very nice. So that is really my one gripe, I guess, if you even want to call it a gripe, is just the fact that I wish there was like a little bit more compression in the heel, just so you don't go, just so you don't get that shock before you actually feel that nice boom cushion. But everything else, very, very solid on the shoe. This is an absolute beast of a performance basketball shoe. And for $159, $160, I would say definitely go get a pair. And if you can get it even cheaper, for sure, go get a pair. I'll leave a link for you down in the description box below if you do want to buy one. But that's pretty much it for this performance review. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, leave a comment. It really does help me out. Check out these videos over here, and that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.